Hello, and welcome to the E-Occupancies Inspection Training module. We'll discuss the different types of E-occupancies, emergency access as it relates to E-occupancies, means of egress, where rooms can and can't be located, and fire codes specific to E-occupancies. The Group E occupancy classification covers buildings or portions thereof used for educating children through the 12th grade. The exception to this is homeschool. Group E daycare is defined as an occupancy used for education, supervision, or personal care services for 6 or more children who are at least 2.5 years old or older. This occupancy classification will be covered in a different training module. Let's start the inspection. Locate all fire hydrants on the property. Ensure they are clear of obstructions for at least 3 feet in all directions and are not leaking. Ensure the address is visible from the street. Look at the fire lanes. They shall be kept clear at all times and the markings shall be easily identified. Fire lanes are required to be stenciled every 30 feet or have signs every 100 feet facing traffic. Evacuation drills are required for all public and private elementary, junior high or middle school, and high schools. At the elementary and junior high middle school levels, drills are required to be conducted not less than once every calendar month. At the high school level, drills are required to be conducted not less than twice per school year. At all levels, a drill shall be conducted within 10 days of the beginning of classes. The fire code requires emergency evacuation drills be conducted at different hours of the day, during the changing of classes, when the school is at assembly, during recess, physical education, or during other times to avoid distinction between drills and actual fires. Safe dispersal areas must be located at least 50 feet from buildings and allow a minimum of 3 square feet of space for each person. The location of the safe dispersal area cannot interfere with fire department operations and must be arranged so that each class is separate. As with other exit paths and doors, any gates used in the means of egress must be wide enough to handle the number of people walking through. While looking around the outside of the school, ensure all storage is in accordance with the code. There shouldn't be anything stored under exit stairs, and combustible rubbish should be appropriately contained or removed from the premises. Check the alarm panel and ensure the system is in an OK status. Any other status is a discrepancy and will need to be corrected. Documentation of periodic testing and maintenance is required and will be on site in private schools and with the school district maintenance offices for public schools. There aren't too many schools that have sprinkler systems, as it wasn't required until recently. In schools with sprinkler systems, all system components are to be periodically inspected and all discrepancies corrected. Documentation of periodic testing and maintenance is required and will be on site in private schools and with the school district maintenance offices for public schools. All sprinkler systems are required to have a box with spare sprinkler heads and a wrench. The sprinklers shall be representative of the sprinkler heads currently in use in the system. Extinguishers are to be mounted 3 to 5 feet above the finished floor, with 3 feet circumference of clear space. The annual service tag shall be attached, and the extinguisher visually inspected monthly by on-site staff. Inspect mechanical and HVAC rooms for electrical hazards, such as missing cover plates, broken conduit, and electrical panel issues. Combustible storage is not permitted in these rooms. Electrical rooms shall be clean and clear of combustibles, dirt, oil, and debris. Electrical components shall be in good condition and up to code. The electrical room in the photo on top is code compliant. In the photo on the bottom, combustibles are on top of the transformer and in other parts of the room. These items need to be removed. All electrical panels and switches are required to have 30 inches by 78 inches of clearance and shall be clearly marked. All empty spaces in electrical panels are required to have panel blanks, and all switches shall be clearly labeled for what they control. Kitchens and schools have the same requirements as commercial kitchens and restaurants. K-class extinguishers are required. Hood systems are required to be serviced every 6 months. California Fire Code exempts public schools from modernizing to UL 300 until the school undergoes a modernization project or the hood system is no longer serviceable. Classrooms for students who are in second and lower grades are not permitted above or below the first floor. The only exception is when there are direct exits to the exterior at the occupied level and there is a sprinkler system throughout the entire building. The slide in the photo does not count as an exit. Most schools have public assembly occupancies and areas on site. The requirements are the same as any other A occupancy. Illuminated exit signs are required. Exits shall not be obstructed. All exit doors must function properly. Extinguishers shall be properly mounted and serviced. An occupant load sign should be clearly posted inside the main entrance. In any classroom, when the occupant load exceeds 49, 2 exits are required and must be clearly designated. Exit signs must be illuminated at all times and may not be obstructed. Exit doors must remain operable at all times and shall not be obstructed. It is important to note that exit doors must not have anything attached to them or within 3 feet, such as decorations or student artwork. This includes classrooms. Exit doors are required to be opened from the inside without a key or special knowledge. No chains or any other obstructions are permitted. The means of egress is required to be illuminated whenever the building is occupied. This photo shows an excellent example of an adequately illuminated exit. All exit pathways and doors shall be kept clear of storage, debris, and anything else that could cause a trip hazard or exit path obstruction. Interior storage shall not be within 24 inches of the ceiling in buildings without sprinklers. In buildings with sprinklers, storage is not permitted within 18 inches from the bottom of the sprinkler deflector. Storage should always be neat and orderly, and it is not permitted under stairs. There has always been a strong push to adorn the classroom walls with art created by the students. The code allows it, but only under specific guidelines. No decorations can be attached to the ceiling and within 3 feet of exit doors and heating equipment. The top photo shows art hanging from the ceiling. The classroom in the photo on the bottom is code compliant. Space heaters are permitted in classrooms, but must adhere to all codes governing their use. They must be plugged directly into an outlet and have at least 3 feet of clear space. Extension cords are for temporary use with portable appliances only. Extension cords must be plugged directly into a wall outlet or power strip with surge protection and power only one portable device at a time. Extension cords may not be affixed to the structure or go through walls or the ceiling. Extension cords shall not be placed under flooring of any kind and not be subject to damage. All hazardous materials are to be properly stored in areas only accessible to building services staff. Any questions regarding the type or quantities of materials can be directed to the Fire Prevention Bureau. Thank you for your time and attention. Keeping our children safe is a vital part of our function. Contact the Fire Prevention Bureau with any questions.